As I said in my speech last week, Madam Deputy Speaker, I'm not a Muslim, and I reject any attempt to tell me I cannot say what I think about any religion. No ideas or beliefs should be above criticism or scrutiny. This bill also presents an opportunity for the government to support my amendment, New Clause 108, to protect freedom of expression. This is urgently needed because existing legislation has been manipulated to create a blasphemy law for the protection of Islam from criticism and protest. As I said in my speech last week, Madam Deputy Speaker, I'm not a Muslim, and I reject any attempt to tell me I cannot say what I think about any religion. No ideas or beliefs should be above criticism or scrutiny.
Thank the Honourable Gentleman for giving way. Can I ask him what he would like me to tell the family of Muhammad Salim, the 8-year-old grandfather who was stabbed simply for being a Muslim?
That was obviously an appalling crime, and I remember it very well, but I don't think that has anything to do with what I'm saying right now in this debate. And look, in a free society, in a pluralistic society, we have to be free to criticise ideas. There are laws to protect people, but we cannot have laws that protect ideas from scrutiny or criticism. But Islamophobia, as I was saying, is a made-up and nonsensical concept that aligns protection of individuals from hatred with the protection of ideas and beliefs, and is therefore, in my view, completely unacceptable in principle.
John Hayes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The Leader of the House mentioned religious freedom, but that freedom mustn't be allowed to conceal the malevolence of Sharia courts, which are operating in places across our constituencies. Around 85, indeed, were described as the Western capital of Sharia law. Although they have no legitimate lawful authority, these courts are reinforcing all kinds of horrors, including discrimination against women, non-believers, polygamy, and other such things. It's time there's a debate on this in the House, for we need to shine a light on this malevolence. Mr. Speaker, there can only be one law in this country, and it's the law that applies to each of us and all of us.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I and the government would agree absolutely with the point that the honourable gentleman finished his question on, because the rule of law is sovereign in this country. There is no other law which takes precedence over that. And he's absolutely right in saying what should take precedence. And I'm sure, again, that there'll be many colleagues who will at least share some of his concerns, and should he seek a debate, then I'm sure he will have support for that.
Does the new Secretary of State for Justice recognise Sharia law and Sharia courts in the United Kingdom? Yes or no?
Sharia law forms no part of the law of England and Wales, but in common with Christian, Jewish and other courts of faith where people choose to put themselves before those councils, that's part of the religious tolerance that is an important British value.
Let me ask you a simple question. Muslims or the Quran does not allow even Christians to preach from the Bible in nations such as Kuwait. You understand that? Islam prevents Christians from spreading the gospel amongst the Muslims. You know this, yeah?
The one Muhammad had.
No, I understand good. You don't understand. Hello, sir, are you Muslim, sir? Where are you visiting? Where are you from?
I live in Italy, but I'm from Kosovo.
From Kosovo. But you live in Italy?
Yeah.
Can I please suggest to you that Islam does not have a place in the entire Western world at all? Because in the Western world, we believe in reasoning.
I don't speak good English.
Speaking good English, that's good enough. Do you appreciate that in the UK and in Italy, you can spread Islam. You know this, yeah? You can spread Islam.
You want to say that why is Christianity not spreading in other countries like Saudi Arabia and stuff, right?
Particularly, my question is, Islam does not allow non-Muslims to challenge Islam to make Muslims leave Islam. You know this?
Yes.
And do you know what punishment is when exactly? So punishment for non-Muslims, if the non-Muslims make Muslims apostatize, is that, yeah?
My great-grandfather killed his daughter because she wanted to marry a Christian.
Did you hear that? That his great-grandfather unalived his own daughter because she wanted to marry a Christian. If Islam permits men to unalive their own children, your sons and daughters, simply because they left Islam or they wanted to marry outside Islam, Islam cannot be from God. It can never be a religion. If religion is like this, then religion is evil. This is devilish, bloody occultism. You can see, this is what Islam turns people into a violent, bloodthirsty creatures that do no longer reason like humans, that have lost their conscience and has no feeling for others. Alright, you want Islam to be preached to the whole world, but you don't want other religions to be preached in Islamic land. Is that not selfishness? Do to others what you would have them do to you.
You should not follow a religion which threatens even non-Muslims with death penalty. If you make them apostatize. How can you follow that religion? How is that a sensible religion?
What do you want to do?
You need to leave Islam.
I'm not angry. I don't. Because I like angry.
How can you like killing others? Or not?
My business.
My dear friend, please listen. There is only one version of Islam. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. The Quran informs.
Yes.
In this regard, there is only one version. According to the Quran,
yes.
It is death penalty.
No, according to Sunnah, not Quran.
No, according to the Quran. I'll show you from the Quran.
Show me.
Yeah, please.
And you will show him from the Bible as well.
Is that your agent?
Yeah.
Yeah, so please stay quiet. Thank you. Thank you very much. Stay
From the
quiet.
Bible as
Please
well.
stay quiet. Thank you.
don't know. But you know. Please, thank you.
But you know. React to the stupid. React to
Yeah.
stupid. But you know what he's going to show you.
Please listen. Please listen. Surah Al-Baqarah. Stay away from the camera. Please stay away.
I'm here.
I don't know.
He's not
No, he does this deliberately. Surah Al-Baqarah. Surah Al-Baqarah, Ayat 217. They ask you about the sacred month, about fighting therein. Say fighting therein is great, but averting people from the way of Allah, i.e. making people apostatize.
Yes, okay.
I'll finish.
Okay,
please, let's finish. Fighting therein is great sin, but averting people from the way of Allah, i.e. Islam, and making them disbelieve in Him and Al-Masjid, in this case Masjid Al-Haram, and the expulsion of its people therefrom are greater in the sight of Allah. Fitna is greater than killing. So this ayat says, if there is fitna, that is a terrible act. So if I cause fitna, if I as a non-Muslim cause fitna by making Muslims apostatize, this one says Muslims should fight and kill.
Yes.
So the Quran says this, not some other random literature. The Quran says this. And if you take the Quran seriously, you and I should already agree this is a horrible, irrational religion that doesn't dictate terms with Muslims alone, but even with non-Muslims. It's a horrible religion. Do you agree?
No.
What do you mean, no? Please explain this now. What don't you agree in this?
You read it.
Yeah.
It's this. I can't say anything.
So you're happy if I get a death penalty, you're happy. Because I'm a Christian and I'm making people leave Islam.
I just don't care.
You don't care if people...
If my own father will leave Islam and he would get punished for that, I don't care.
You don't care?
Wallahi, I don't care.
This is horrible. You don't care? You don't care?
Why is that bad?
Oh, sorry, sir. If your father leaves Islam because of me, you don't care.
I don't know, why is that bad?
I know, my dear friend. If your father leaves Islam because of me, you don't care.
Okay.
You don't care.
No.
But this fellow, some other Muslim fellow wants to kill me. Do you care about that?
It's not my beer, I don't care.
So if someone else wants to kill me, you don't care?
I've seen people dying in front of my eyes.
But please listen, this is the poignant question. If I make your father leave Islam,
yes,
and therefore some Muslim wants to kill me,
yes,
do you care about this or not?
No.
Did you hear that? He don't care that they have witnessed where Muslims unalive them. So this man have witnessed several times where Christians were unalived for preaching the gospel of Christ. So if Islam think it is right for them to unalive Christians for preaching the gospel of Christ, for converting a Muslim to Christianity, then why do you think you are supposed to be alive when you convert a Christian to become a Muslim? Why do you think that you are worthy of living for converting a Christian to become a Muslim, but a Christian is not worthy of living for converting a Muslim to become a Christian? You see the selfishness in Islam. Islam and Quran states that if any person or a Christian turns a Muslim away from Islam, that individual is worthy of death. Did you hear that? But they want to convert the whole world to become Muslims. My dear Muslims, if you think that it is right for you as a Muslim to preach Islam in Islamic country and outside Islamic country, then it is not right for a non-Muslim to preach their own religion in Islamic country. Then you need to admit that you are being selfish and unreasonable. But if you won't admit that you are being very selfish and unreasonable, something is wrong with your head. Because you think that other people are worthy of death to preach their own religion in Islamic country, but you can preach your own in their own country. Many of you are out there in UK shouting every day, Sharia for UK, Sharia for UK, in another man's house. What you will not have them do in your house is what you are doing in their house. Or have you never realized that UK, Britain, was built on Christian foundation? It was not just built on Christian foundation, it is their heritage. Britain is the house of Ephraim, son of Joseph. America, the house of Manasseh, son of Joseph. Both of them are sons of Jacob. They are sons of Israel. They were never built on Islamic foundation. Yet you are there shouting every day, Sharia, Sharia, in another man's house. But in your own land, you have put in a restriction to other religions that you even unalive them for preaching Christ in Islamic countries. Yet, here you are, shouting every day, Sharia for UK, Sharia for UK, in another man's land. This shows that the selfishness in Islam has no boundary, that they don't learn anything from others. Show them favor, they will not learn from the favor which you have shown to them. No wonder Prophet Isaiah said, let favor be shown to a wicked man. They will not learn righteousness. Even in the land of uprightness, they will still do unjustly. They will still do unjustly and will never behold the majesty of the Lord. Show them. Allow them to experience the freedom of worship in your country. They will enjoy it. But in their own country, they will still act selfishly. They will not allow you to experience the same freedom of worship which you allow them to experience in your country. They will not give it to you in their own country. But let me ask you, if Christian countries forbids preaching Islam in their Christian countries, and we unalive you as a Muslim when you convert a Christian to Islam, will you as a Muslim be in Britain today? If it is forbidden to preach Islam in Christian country, just as it's forbidden to preach Christianity in Islamic country, will you as a Muslim be in UK today shouting Sharia, Sharia? You see the reason why I say, if you don't admit that you are being very unreasonable and selfish, then something is wrong with your head. Think about it.